drop the Duffy.
Okay, this is the drop the Duffy technique.
We're getting Devontae Adams. He can ask for $100 million. I do not care. He's getting whatever he wants. The man is always open.
Yeah.
2, we're going to re-sign the number 1 quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Derek Carr.
Attaboy.
And number 3, we're bringing J.C. Jackson at corner. Why? Because I just watched the Pro Bowl and he had a pick in the end zone in Allegiant Stadium, and it just felt right. It just felt.
Welcome back to the Harvard Sports Podcast, episode 24. I'm Austin.
I'm Noah.
And we got our boy
B.
back.
Jones.
B. Jones.
Back in the stew.
What's up,
Back in the
boys?
studio. Welcome back. Just missing Tyler. He'll be back eventually.
Sad, bro.
He always texts me and he's like, "You guys fired me yet?" I was like, "Dude, just pull up." He's
Just
like,
come, bro. Why is he like...
he's like, "I'm just tired." I'm like, all right.
sleepy, huh?
I think he's
Sleepy
scared.
tired.
He's scared we're gonna fire him though.
He's scared, yeah.
Because I told him I'd replace him with an intern.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
He
why.
asked us, did you see in the group chat when he asked us, do I count as an OG fan? I'm
Yeah.
like, you were a part, you're a part of it,
dude. Like,
what do you mean you're on the first episode? How are you not OG?
He honestly stresses me out more than anybody I know.
Dude, when we're trying to figure out that Madden thing, he stressed me out so much.
It's like talking to a door.
Yeah, dude. Something went wrong, I think. Something's going on.
Something
with that boy.
happened, bro. Something happened.
It was
Ty.
that B6's bathroom, bro.
Changed his life,
Changed
bro.
his life forever, man.
Forever, man. God.
His life just wasn't ready, man.
I really do look over there and I'm like, I just miss that cute little face. You know what I mean?
I missed the little baby boy, man.
I miss when he got us banned off of TikTok for not wearing a shirt.
Right.
Dude, when he thirst trapped on
thirst
TikTok
trapped, bro.
and banned us for a little bit, that was so good. There was no reason for him to not have a shirt on.
No, he just...
What up? Welcome back. I was like, all right, man.
It might,
Let it
that's
eat.
true, but also we told him to
We
thirst
did tell him
trap,
to
so we
thirst
can't
trap.
really be mad.
That is true. Blame it on Noah.
I'll blame it on
Yeah,
Noah.
blame it
Yeah.
on Noah.
I appreciate
He
that.
just told Tyler to get naked.
Right.
And Tyler tried to message him back. He's like, guys, please, I'm not a minor. I was like, I'm 18, please. Alrighty, boys. Let's get into it. So
Yeah,
we got
bro,
some
hit
cool
us.
topics today. I want to talk about the era of football that we all grew up with. Now, moving on and kind of heading out, and then we'll talk about the new era of football a little bit, all right?
Yep.
So about the old era of football, we had Tom Brady, right, just retired, right? That's a big news, right?
Right.
We always thought, when's going to happen? He said he'd go out. It doesn't feel like he couldn't be at that top level anymore. But it feels like he went out at his best, right?
Right.
Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, which I wish he would go until he couldn't go anymore.
Yeah, that's what you said, yeah.
I'd like to see that. But, yeah, I mean, he went out as a playoff quarterback, as the passing leader.
Yep.
So,
What more can you do?
Right. I think it's different. Like Peyton, when he went out, people were hating on him. He could barely throw like 10 yards. And the ball just
Same with
wasn't-
Drew. People were
Right,
saying
they
like
just-
he's
and
doing
Big
a Big
Ben.
Ben and Phillip, all
They
those
just
guys.
don't have it anymore. But Tom it's just different, bro. Like he's still spinning the ball.
Yeah.
He's playing great. He's at MVP level this year.
Exactly.
Probably gonna win the MVP this year. Like to go out like that, that's a savage. That's like Barry Sanders, bro. That's a
Oh yeah,
savage
if he
move.
wins MVP, he's going out a savage.
Yeah,
man. Like that's
like-
that's clean. That's wild.
But maybe he just doesn't believe in the Bucs organization.
Maybe because I've heard that people are like, because the Bucks cap space is looking tight. So
Right.
he's like, I don't want to be around for a rebuilding season.
yeah, how much, I mean, obviously it's all sort of just conjecture from our viewpoint, but how much do you think,
Conjecture. He threw
That was
that
a
word
good
like
word.
you know what I meant.
That was a good word.
I got that college education. Let's get
does.
it.
I still don't know what it means, but it's okay.
But him retiring, how much of it do you think has to do with football, like what's going on in the football world, where he's at with his team, his owners, like that situation, versus how much is just like his own personal life and how he's feeling and stuff?
I think he's a guy that
Because he says it's more like about like wants to be with his kids and stuff, right? But
Yeah.
also that is the answer you give. Even if it was just like I straight up hate my team and my owners,
Yeah.
you would be like, oh, I want to spend time with my
he
family.
said right, he'll play until he can't, and then he said he really wants to spend time with his kids and be like the husband that
Right.
Gazelle. Is it Gazelle?
Giselle.
Yeah.
Gazelle's an animal.
Gazelle's an animal.
A gazelle.
Gazelle, yeah.
Gazelle.
Giselle.
But like be the husband and the father that his family needs, which is is very understandable. But it feels like he's the type of guy where he really loves this, like he really loves
Right.
the sport and he really loves his family. So I bet it's like it was probably pretty torn, right? Deciding like,
I'm
do I
sure.
keep going and do I keep playing the sport I love, or do I spend more time with my kids? But they're right when your kids are little. You have a little girl,
Yeah.
right? When they're growing up, you can't be a part of their lives, right? Especially when they're really little.
Exactly.
You don't want them to grow up to resent you and be
Right.
like I always used to flip it on people when they would be like, your dad's in the NFL, it's so cool. I'd be like, I never see him. Like I try to be all dark and gloomy a little. I'd be like, he's gone half the year. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kids growing up to be like that, like resent
Right.
you, be like, yeah, he's in the NFL, but he never was around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, he's kissing them around.
He'd be kissing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think these guys are so funny. He was, I mean, think about it. He's 44, 45 years old.
Yeah.
Like, That's older than your dad.
That's way older, yeah.
He could have a kid like that's your age, technically.
Yeah.
Imagine not ever growing up having your dad at home because he's gone 6 months out of the year like
and
that.
I couldn't even imagine if my dad made me, because my dad retired when I was in the 7th grade, so I can't even imagine if he made me move when I was like in high school.
Right.
Because that would be like Brady, if his kids were like my age,
right,
moving me when I'm like mid-high school, that'd be awful.
That'd be horrible,
I think
bro.
Tom Brady's
so
kids,
sad.
his oldest probably isn't that old.
No,
but they could be like, if he would have had kids younger, they could overlap. If he had a son that made to the NFL, they could be playing quarterback.
How long has he been in the league for?
20-something years.
20-something years. So his
22,
kid, his kid could be legit my age, 22 years old. Yeah. Like that's wild. That's legit.
He could be Mac Jones' dad.
Yeah, well, because I got some stuff on here that was perfect. Good transition, my man. That was clean. About what happened.
Don't know what I transitioned to, but let's get it. Yep.
But what was going on before Tom Brady was in the league, all right?
Uh-huh.
So we got me and Noah not even born, which is already wild, right? As we just talked about, his kids could be 22, right? Yeah. Like around my age before he's in the league. Mac Jones, 1 year old, right? Which is that's insane too. Because Mac Jones is like now his
protege.
His protege. Not his replacement, because he left before.
But like it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I do what
his the next in line, the heir to the throne. That word, the heir apparent. Heir apparent.
That's good. That's
apparent to New England.
Baby. LeBron James, the probably best basketball player of all time. One of the best basketball players of all time. Was a freshman in high school.
Basketball player of all time.
One of three, right? Well, we can decide later, but
he's up there somewhere for sure.
Yeah, the Bucks and Patriots hadn't won any Super Bowls.
That's crazy.
Hadn't won any. And then now I think the Bucks have 2 because they beat our boys.
They beat the Raiders.
Hey, my bad. I'm a Raider fan. I'm more in this.
What is that, bro?
This is the Bucks Raiders Super Bowl.
It was in San Diego?
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
Also, that would have been a clean Super Bowl to go to.
That would, bro.
That would have been really sick.
We lived in San Diego at the time. My dad was debating whether or not he should go or not, and he was glad he didn't go.
Yeah, probably glad he didn't go, because I think Rich Gann threw like 6 interceptions.
Did he really?
And like 3 or pick
sixes. He threw a couple pick. He's a little numb to the pig.
He's a little numb.
At that point, you have to be.
You have to be numb to him.
Yeah.
Oh, when you get to the Super Bowl, you have to be numb.
You have to
numb,
yeah,
bro.
you have to legit
you
be
can't
numb.
be throwing a pick and being like, oh no, now I'm not going to throw anymore.
Yeah.
You
can't throw a pick and get off and start crying or something.
No.
You got to eat that. But so Bucks Patriots hadn't won Super Bowl. Mac Jones was 1. Tiger Woods only won 2 of 15 of his major championships, and there were only 4 Star Wars movies, and now there's 37 Star Wars movies out.
Is that a real number?
No, it's a fake
that number was close enough that I almost believed it.
I
had a thing, but I said 37.
I mean, counting like the Clone Plus show, it's probably really close. But like, so these quarterbacks, like we've grown up with these guys.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm a little like.
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers is probably I think it was the last one of that era in the league, right?
Yeah, he's the last one of that group, and we'll talk about the other ones that retired in a minute. But like, just talking about all these quarterbacks, would you rather have grown up in the era you did with like these quarterbacks we've been talking about, or would you rather have grown up with the new era of quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow?
Don't ask me this question, bro.
Come on, man.
I love the guys now. Like Josh Allen's a freak athlete. Lamar's a freak athlete. They're phenomenal guys, but there's nothing like the OGs in the game. There's nothing like Brady, Roethlisberger, Rivers.
Yeah, it's like an old video game you used to play. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like the OG, the original. Nothing like the original Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
But the dudes now, it's a different brand of game, and it's really, really fun to watch.
It's so different. It's so fast-paced.
It is.
So
it's
fun.
ridiculous.
Yeah, when you look at those quarterbacks that you mentioned that are kind of just now retiring from that era, those are, for the most part, all pocket quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But now today you look at like who you think
all
is
these
the
guys
best.
can
There's
run.
like some mobile guys, even if
they can all move. Yeah.
Even if they're not Lamar Jackson, you still have like Kyler Murray and Josh Allen are some mobile guys.
Allen who will run you over. You know,
he'll run through your face.
Yeah, Josh Allen will legit run you over, and guys like Pat who will just run around the pocket and will scramble, and then they'll throw it cross-body the other way for a touchdown. Like these guys are so
or pick six.
He's throwing it somewhere. Someone's
catching it. It's like you in franchise. It's either
I say in Madden, somebody's catching it.
Yeah, he's never thrown an incomplete pass. It's either a reception or an interception.
Or a pick. I love that.
Although lately my O-line's been a little janky, so I'd be pressing right stick on occasion. I'd be throwing it away.
Out sometimes.
You gotta throw it out, bro. Never throw it out.
Listen, I got Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
If you throw it away, no one can catch it. At least give your guy a chance.
That's fact.
That's true.
That's a good point.
That's not legit. I've never heard of that.
That's a great point.
Don't do that, bro.
Listen, all I'm saying is Jalen Hurts in real life versus Jalen Hurts in Madden, I don't know about real life. Madden Jalen Hurts, 0 arm strength.
Really?
Yeah.
0 arm strength. Like
sad.
I'm running for probably more yards than I'm passing for.
Really? You don't run a good offense, huh?
What's that? I run that triple tight end set, so maybe that's part
Tell
of
me
it.
how many yards I threw for in one game this year in the franchise.
Oh, how many was it again?
It was 900, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
in one game, dude.
Yeah.
And then we said,
You running cheese plays?
No.
no.
Like a little cheese play. It
was not cheese play, bro.
What are they doing?
There's got to be a little cheese.
Are they just pressing you and you're just throwing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah,
take my
they-
slot guy and just have him work.
That's usually what it is. We're having a lot more fun doing fantasy drafts, bro.
That's fun.
Like it's a lot because you don't like you feel like other guys feel stuck with their teams, like doing the normal teams and the contracts. Fantasy draft, it's like you're gonna
do
trade
who
those
you
guys
want,
anyway.
bro.
You get who
Right.
you want, right? And it's still fun. We use like the real draft classes and stuff, which is cool.
That's
too.
fun. So it's a real draft class every year? Or
Yes, we did an AI one the first one, like
Okay.
random one, and then we're doing Sam Howell the next one. And those
Okay.
guys.
I'm glad that he labeled this draft class as Sam Howell's
Yeah, the
draft
Sam Howell
class.
draft class.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I should.
Yeah.
I'll label it.
okay.
Yeah, I'll label it something else. But yeah, I mean, like on my end, like in my mind, I'm a little jealous. But like, what if I would have grown up watching Josh Allen? Would that have changed? What if I wanted to play quarterback and I grew up slinging the rock?
Right,
Right,
bro, and you run around like we're gonna see this next generation of kids
Be
running
insane.
around, bro, and just
Right, just
flinging
whizzing it.
whipping it.
Like even Derek's pretty balanced. Like Derek can
Right.
run and Derek can throw. Like so, we saw like guys like that. Like it went like pocket. Now it went balanced, and now it's
Yep.
going like you got to be able to do.
Well, that's like Derek has said that
Yeah.
his thing is he wants to be like mobile, kind of within the pocket, like
Yeah,
around in the pocket. But now you've got. It seems like there's a whole separate breed of
Yeah.
quarterbacks that are just mobile, like everywhere, just
Right.
running around.
And it kind of hurts my heart because like talking about Madden again, we were like that's not realistic, that would never happen. But then you watch guys like Pat Mahomes and he's doing things I
And
would
it
do in
happens,
Madden,
bro, yeah.
right? He's like swinging around, rolling around, then just
Right.
throwing it over there, and I'm like, and in Madden, but if like he caught that at me, like that would never happen. But like I'm watching Pat Mahomes do it every Sunday.
Do you think the tide turns back in favor of the pocket quarterback at some point?
I think there'll be some. I think that guys like Mac and stuff like that. I'll be like, I think there will always be a very efficient pocket passer.
Yeah.
and I
I mean-
think it'll make people like want to try to go back to that because I
Right.
think the pocket passer is always kind of known for like being very accurate, right,
Yeah.
and the deep throw and stuff like that. But like these guys now can do that. But I just think the pocket passer, there's always going to be one high
I think
level.
there's always
pocket
going to
passer.
be different. I don't think it's ever going to be 32 quarterbacks in the league that all have like the same play style. You're always going to have because
guys
you've got
in
different guys with different talents. Like you would never,
right.
You would never look at someone like Lamar Jackson and force them to be a standard pocket quarterback. You'd also
not
never,
be Brady,
you'd never
right.
look at Tom Brady and be like, we need to get this guy moving now.
Yeah,
like we need
exactly.
to get him running.
Right.
So I think it's kind of just what makes a good quarterback is kind of recognizing the strengths and really like figuring
Yeah.
out how to play your game the best game you can play.
Like as a player, kind of go to your strengths, right? And then as a
Right.
coach, adapt to the strengths of your quarterback, right? Like
100%.
Harbaugh adapting to Lamar, making the whole system around Lamar. Going
Yeah.
from Flacco to Lamar is like the biggest
and day,
difference
bro.
ever.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like just adapt to your quarterback.
I think that's a lost art. Going back to coaching, like
Yeah.
even the new Raiders DC, who I know you know a lot about,
Yeah.
was the
So
first
sad
thing he
he's gone.
said was he called Max Crosby and said, "Don't worry about 3-4, 4-3. Don't worry about any of the fronts.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in the best position to succeed."
Is that week
That's
to
the
week
mar-
it changes? Yeah,
Right, bro. Like that's the NFL. If the offense is going to attack you in different ways each week, why is the defense not matching
Yeah.
that same energy from the offense?
And some fans are scared because they're like, "Oh, he runs like a bend don't break defense." I'm like, "Well, we've had a break defense for
yeah.
like a long. Like our defense has just been break for
like
a while."
every NFL, like you're never going to stop all these
Yes.
NFL offenses all the time. Like they're
Oh,
too
yes.
good of athletes. It's too hard to play defense. It's too
That
hard
would
to
be
react.
so-
You're going to give up a couple
Yes.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
That would be so incredibly boring if there was no offensive points being scored every
Right.
week, right? Like,
And it's not realistic, honestly.
it's
No,
not very
in
realistic.
the year 2022, you can't expect to be like holding the other team to 1 or 2 possessions each game.
No.
Like
Yeah.
that's just not going to happen.
Right.
like you just don't want to have your offense score 35 points a game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You would rather have it the 21, right, around that range to win games.
Exactly.
Even less sometimes. But so talking about, sorry, I almost burped for a second. Talk about these quarterbacks and the new quarterbacks. I got 2 different questions for you boys. All right,
Hit me.
I want you to say start. So you have the first pick in the NFL draft. Which quarterback you going with? We're gonna do the old boys first. All right. We're gonna start. Oh, where is it? There it is. We're gonna do between Brady, Eli, Big Ben, Rivers, Peyton, and Drew. Which one are you taking?
Well,
There's a Steeler fan listening, and he's looking at me whispering Big Ben. I'm not gonna look at it.
if saying the first pick, like some of those are because knowing what we know now versus knowing then, like
now everyone's taking Tom Brady. Everyone's taking
Today everybody should take Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Number one pick, if you have somebody to build your franchise off of, it should be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Granted, it's difficult.
It's an easy choice.
It's difficult to know like if Tom Brady came in and started week 1 of his rookie year, would he have developed the same as he is now?
Yeah.
We couldn't know, but I'm sure he would have been good stuff. Like I don't know if it would be the exact same, but I'm sure he would still be a great quarterback.
Right.
But yeah, I think when you look at Brady and his ability to just like his leadership, his game knowledge, I think it has to be Brady.
Yeah.
Man. What's that?
You go, man.
You know those old Western films, you know?
Oh, man.
You know, they're doing the little draw and they just like, pow. What's that called? Who's the guy that does that?
The Outlaw?
No, bro. The other one, bro.
Oh, the Sheriff.
Come on now. We're going with Peyton Manning, man.
Peyton Manning, that's a good choice. That's probably the second choice you could make.
Dude, he came in from Tennessee, highly touted, goes, and the Colts are probably terrible because they had a top pick, I'm guessing. Don't know very much about him. Flipped him around, and they were a powerhouse forever.
Yeah.
Goes to the Broncos, wins another Soupy Bowlie.
Yeah.
And the dude rides out to the sunset. Like
a sheriff. Legit, like a sheriff. Rides off.
There's no question who I'm taking. It's Peyton Manning, without a doubt.
That is a good point of, like, if you're talking about building a franchise off of, to look at the state of the franchise before versus after.
That's very true.
Because prior to Tom Brady, Patriots were not a bad team, really.
No, Drew Bledsoe, right? Yeah, Bledsoe's pretty good. Well. Yeah. If we're doing a draft, and he takes, if he takes Brady, you're taking Peyton, I'm taking the sleeper pick, which should have gone number 1. I'm taking Eli as mine if he's still on the board.
Of course.
Because my boy, Eli Manning, hung out with him, ate some sushi with him. All right. I'll flex a little bit.
Yeah. Facts?
Oh, yeah. But Eli, man, I just growing up watching him. Hi, Jonah. I should have said Big Ben. I'm sorry. But growing up watching him, he just is like, he is probably one of the more mobile quarterbacks than that, right? He's probably the more balanced guy. And watching him be able to break sacks. A lot of these guys can break sacks. Like Big Ben was known for breaking out these sacks and getting people off him, shoving people off him.
Yep.
But I just think Eli's play style was so cool to me. Like he was I'm not gonna say he's nowhere near as talented. I won't say nowhere near, but not as talented as Pat Mahomes. We can break a sack, run around, and throw it deep. Right. But still, his ability to kind of move around the pocket and complete these passes and get these completions and drive down the field, really, I don't know, it was just so sick to watch. And making those big plays when you need to make them. And the helmet clutch, catch, Manningham on the sideline, which is one of the best throws of all time.
Yeah.
Right? The Manningham throw is one of the best throws of all time. And
the Tyree, that was ridiculous.
That catch, all these are insane. Yeah. And it just, that whole postseason run, the 11 straight away game wins, beating the 18-0 Patriots, that just, I would
now,
he'd be my guy.
What would you say to somebody that said that the Giants did build a franchise off of Eli Manning and he finished his career with a 500 win record?
Listen, I would say that the Giants have not been the greatest of teams, and I think Eli was a shining light in a lot of these seasons, right? The D-line is what people talk about a lot, right? Strahan, those guys are really good. Their D-line was amazing, but they still... They've never been this. They even when those Super Bowls, they were wild cards both. They've never been these guys are top 5 teams. These are guys that, which is almost it's even a better story. These are the underdogs that sneak in and they make it all the way up and they beat one of the best teams to ever play football, which is the 18-0 Patriots that year.
Oh, that is nuts. What do you think? Kind of going back to that. What's the best Super Bowl throw? Is it Tyree, Manningham, or Plexico Burress in the back of the end zone?
Or was it the Pat Mahomes throw that was an incomplete pass where he hit him in the face?
Oh, that was
what was that?
No,
he ran out of the pocket, dove as he was diving.
Oh, bro, that's ridiculous.
That was a great one.
That was ridiculous. That could have been the best.
I think the Manningham throw is one of the best throws of all time, dudes. It has to be that one for me.
Roethlisberger, I think it easily takes number 1.
Have you seen that ball? No, I don't even know which one to target. The Plaxico Burress?
Yes. The one where he's toe tapping, there's 4 guys around him.
Was that against Cardinals? Was that against the Cardinals? Okay, I have seen that. That was a great throw. That was a good one.
That might be number 1.
Good job, my man. That was clean.
It might be number 1. Side note, if Tyreek Hill, you've seen the old video, right? Of the first Super Bowl or whatever, and it looks horrible.
Yeah.
Not good football being played. If Tyreek Hill played in that game, what would be his stat line?
Dude, they probably would put him in handcuffs and arrest him for what he does to those guys.
Would you put him at receiver or would you put him at running back?
It'd be like high school. He'd play every position.
I might just run wildcat.
I think you put him at quarterback.
Yeah.
And you just let him run away.
I mean, there'd be some issues out there.
No, there'd be fights for sure. Like that'd be like playing back in the day. As soon as someone snaps my ankles for the first time, it's got to be a fight.
Yeah, we have to fight. I have to settle this right now.
If you snap me in front of my kids, we're gonna fight.
No, it's not happening.
That's why. Would you ever take your kids if you were a UFC fighter? Would you ever let them go to your fights?
Yeah, I would.
I don't think I'd let them. You think they let them go? Yeah, like I'm talking like children.
It doesn't matter. They're going. They're gonna be a baby. They're sitting ringside,
bro.
My blood might splatter on them.
Because if you get whooped, let's say if they're like the 5 to 8 range, and you get whooped, like is that gonna be in their brain forever? Your dad getting
they remember
beat
that,
down,
bro. They
right?
understand that. Absolutely.
And what if they take that as like
they need to know that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good story. It's like, hey,
sometimes you
got to get right back up, right? That'd be even better story if you look at them as you're getting up.
Except you don't get up though.
I say, Dad, what about when you just laid there, Dad?
Yeah,
you're just laying there, Dad.
Yeah, that's one thing if you do get back up. But if you just get slumped straight
like
up,
a Disney movie, and they're like, Dad, stay down. You're like, no, and you get up and you win the fight.
You say, no, this is for you.
Yeah, and then you win and you drop the guy.
That's a good point.
I mean, in the Kevin James movie, Here Comes the Boom, I'm pretty sure his kids can watch too.
I haven't thought of that movie in so long. All right, so we did the old guys. Now let's talk about which of the new guys would you want. So again, starting a franchise.
Yeah.
You taking Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, Burrow, and Herbert. I went last this time, so I'll take the first off the board this time.
Okay.
All right. I'm taking Lamar Jackson because I think his play style is something that we haven't seen for a while.
Sure.
And it's so electric and it's so fun to watch that he would have to be my franchise guy, I think.
Right.
And that's a big difference be going from saying I take Eli to I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
Right.
But
just a really different quarterback. I think
two very
for
different
me,
players.
That's a good point. Actually, you brought a big one. But I think Josh Allen, for sure.
Joshy, yeah.
The man can spin it. He can run around. He can run you over. He can jump over you. And he leads his team consistently in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're bound to break through soon. Like, that's a guy that I would want. New age-wise.
I mean, Josh Allen has a strong case for being the best quarterback in the league. Like he's
up there, bro.
He's one or he's two. Like he's two, right?
Yeah.
It's either one or two. He's up there. Or it might be 1A, 1B with Josh and Pat.
And he can spin it, bro. He can rip it.
All right, Josh and Lamar off the board. Who you taking, my man? I'm guessing.
I honestly don't remember any of the other names because as soon as I heard Josh Allen, I said Josh Allen because I think Josh Allen's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of the other names.
We got Mahomes, Burrow, and Herbert, man.
There's some good ones out there.
Well, I think, Burrow and Herbert are both. It's just tough. Second year guys.
Yeah.
I think they're both great quarterbacks to build a franchise off of. It's difficult to say. So like somebody with Josh Allen, I'm like, oh, he's got a little more under his belt. We know he's consistently having these seasons. Like Joe Burrow, if he has every season like this season, then he'll be fantastic.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
But it's hard to base that off one season. Yeah, I don't know.
Leaning towards Mahomes, man. You gonna say it?
Just let it eat, bro.
Just say it, man.
As a Raiders fan,
that would be the right answer, wouldn't it be?
Well, the other one's a Charger, so you have to.
You gotta pick one of them.
And the other one beat us in the playoffs, so you have to choose one, man.
No, it's not that. I'm thinking. I don't know. I've hit you with many hot takes about Pat Mahomes, but probably still Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
facts.
I don't know.
Pat
Mahomes he's got the arm strength. He's not as good as Josh Allen though.
Yeah,
I
dude, Josh is just that man. I think too.
Right.
But like talking about like drafting these franchise quarterbacks. A lot of times, like we talk about guys all the time, like giving guys a chance to like warm up to the NFL, right? And when DC8 was on, he says teams are too quick to move on from quarterbacks. Yeah. If the Colts took Peyton just off his first year, they would have cut him because he broke the interceptions. He broke the record for rookie interceptions.
That's a problem that we see even in the NFL now. Like you're talking about, just every team and every fan base wants the answer now. You take a quarterback in the first round, he has to be the answer now. Trey Lance has to be able to play right now. He has to be the answer, or he's a bust. I don't think that's the right approach. You have these guys coming in, and the jump from college to the NFL is so drastic. I don't think you can't compare it to really anything else. These are grown men running around trying to literally kill you to put food on their table. Like it's different. It's a little different than college.
I mean, obviously, I think Kyler Murray is better than Josh Rosen, but they took Josh, and then the next year they said Josh our guy, and they took Kyler.
Kyler,
Well, think about in college, you're getting covered by somebody that was like, just the day before was in like calculus or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that was sitting in class listening to lectures from a professor.
Right.
In the NFL, you have Aaron Donald or like you have guys like this where it's a completely
practicing
different.
all day to just end your life.
Yeah, like that is his life.
His life is ending yours. Like that's what he dreams of.
Bro. Like,
I mean, it's just wild. Like we were talking about earlier today, the NFL people always like couple like years in the past, they're like NFL's going down, right? The views are going down, but now they're better than ever. But the time we're in, like this era of the NFL, is probably one of the best it's ever been.
Right.
Like,
talent-wise and yeah.
Like these guys that we saw, like Brady and Eli and Big Ben, all these guys who have fought over Super Bowls, right? And we're sharing these Super Bowls.
Right.
Now we're going to have Mahomes and Allen and Herbert and everybody.
Yeah.
All these guys now, they're going to be the ones fighting over Super Bowls. And DC4. DC4 is still in here, bro.
Yeah, bro. Why?
But I just DC4 doesn't really fit in the old group and the young guys. He's kind of in the middle. Yeah.
He's the tweener.
He's those guys.
I get that.
And I'm not putting Baker in which would you rather draft him as your franchise quarterback because that man... His commercials are good though.
Not a Baker fan, huh?
No, I like his commercials though.
Solid.
His commercials are really funny.
Really good.
Actually,
they're actually.
Have you seen his commercials?
Yes.
Like, at the Brown
He
Stadium.
said, "What's the password?" 6.
Oh, yeah. It's really good, Loki.
I was looking at a stat earlier. This is for B. Jones.
Hit me up.
Did you know that? Because for all y'all that don't know, we have a former UTEP quarterback.
Come on, man.
Some of us,
on, man.
some people have said the best talent to come through the athletic department at UTEP in the history of the school.
Aaron Jones went there, so probably not, but it's all right.
It's okay.
But did you know that there was a safety named Brandon Jones that played at the University of Texas during that same time?
Yes, I do actually.
Did you play against
Now,
him?
He's on the Miami Dolphins.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Did you play against him?
Did you throw a picky to him?
No, we never played Texas. I 100% would have thrown probably 2 of them.
Because if Brandon Jones threw a picky to Brandon Jones,
that's like when Josh Allen threw an interception to Josh Allen.
And got sacked by.
Remember that?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, he got sacked by Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It was the triad.
Yeah,
there's everything going on.
My brain hurts from thinking about that. But yeah, Brandon Jones, safety for the Miami Dolphins right now. Yep.
Another question for you boys. What records do you think will never be broken? NFL, NBA, MLB, NCAA?
David Carr's 23 completions in a single game. I heard it's been broken in games back-to-back, but no one's ever done it in a single game. And with the rate quarterbacks are throwing the ball nowadays, there's no way anyone breaks that.
I think so. I think he was fighting for his life, and I think he got the job done when he could, any way possible.
Fighting for his life. There's another record that might not be broken.
Yeah, that 76 is probably
76 sacks in a season.
I guarantee that is never broken.
Is that how he was looking, bro? When they sacked him 76 times?
Oh yeah, he was looking just like that back then. But he tells me that I'm like, do you want people to break it so you don't have that record anymore? He's like, I hope I hope no quarterback gets close to that.
Yeah, no, because he earned that. Right. He went through a lot to hold that record.
Him coming home broken everything, but his injury, I don't know how the man doesn't have CTE, bro.
He might.
He probably has it somewhere.
It might be developing.
I asked him, I said, Dad, you have CTE? Does it feel like you do? He's like, oh, I got that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, sometimes stuff
just. What do you mean, bro?
He said sometimes stuff just be foggy.
A side note, this is quick. There was an NFL guy who made a TikTok. And he said, I got the NFL, and then one time I was driving home and forgot where I was and who I was.
Oh, that sucks.
And then he said, it just came back to me like 10 minutes later.
That's good. I mean,
he just went on with his day. He was like, that was wild.
Imagine that, bro.
Dude, that movie was really good, by the way. The Will Smith one.
Yeah,
Concussion. Yeah, that movie was really good. Yes. I liked that one a lot. But so what record are we thinking, boys? I'm going to go, I think Brady's 7 rings. I think no quarterback beats that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I think another player could beat that, maybe like a wide or something that who jumps to different teams.
Right. If it's like a random left guard that gets passed around and ends up on all the right teams, but no quarterback.
But no starting quarterback will lead their team to 7 rings.
I don't know.
You don't think so, bro?
Even then, you'd have to be on 1 year and just end up in the right places.
Because if you're bouncing around, you playing 7 years is not.
Yeah,
that's also
no, but Brady is
if you're bouncing around, you're not having a career of 22 years.
Yeah, exactly. Brady's 7 rings, no matter if you're on the Bill Belichick did everything or the Brady did everything. Brady did those rings. If you're just bouncing around, you're kind of just hoping that team wins, right? Exactly. You're not really affecting that team a lot. Right. So that's what I'm going for. What are you, Brandon? What are you thinking? Oh, you already did yours.
Yeah.
Dang. My boy.
I think there's a lot of records that won't be broken. I think one is for sure the 100 points in a game. I think nobody's going to come close to that. In the NBA, Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points. Mm-hmm. No shot anybody comes close to that. I mean, people just aren't scoring like that anymore. And there's great defenses.
You ain't dropping 100 on me,
No,
bro.
the worst defense in the league is not getting 100
points. Yeah, you're not dropping 100 on my dome.
No. Too many.
At some point, if they get to 90 points, I'm laying down a hit stick, injuring them. They're not getting 100.
No, something's got to happen.
Yeah, I'll foul them before. I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got to
I'll take them out of the game.
Something's got to happen.
Or something.
Yeah.
I'm flopping. You're getting fouled out, bro.
We were talking about another record is the strikeout, most strikeouts.
Yeah, most strikeouts.
That's an insane
by
stat.
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan, 5,714 strikeouts.
Yeah, major league strikeouts. It's insane.
Yeah, because his career was I think this says 27 years. That's
so.
you play a sport for that
You're
long.
playing 27 years.
27 years.
I mean, Brady's probably getting close to that, isn't he?
How many strikeouts was it?
5,714. Oh, you about to do the math right now?
27 years?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what this says here.
This man had
I
211.
don't know. I said that like I don't believe it, but that's what it is.
He had
27 years.
211 strikeouts per year.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
on
insane.
average.
It's so wild. But you were saying pitchers don't pitch like that anymore. Like, they're not pitching every day.
No, they're not pitching as often, which, I mean, it's gotten progressively over time, slowly less and less often. You have a bigger rotation because you have, like, Clayton Kershaw. He's pitched for 14 years. He's got 2,670 career strikeouts.
And he's a for sure Hall of Famer.
Yeah, absolutely.
First ballot, bro.
Yeah, first ballot. Yeah,
and it's just it's a different game now that you're not throwing that many strikeouts anymore. You're just not pitching as much. And also you're not pitching for 27. No,
no one's pitching for 27 years.
That's a record that might not even be broken.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that's the record, but I don't know.
No one's playing for that long,
playing for
dude.
27 years now.
Especially a sport like that, your arm has to be shredded after 27 years,
Could you
right?
imagine, bro? Maybe not, though. Maybe just 8 that.
Like, guys are getting Tommy John surgery after like 3 years. Imagine what he's getting.
Right.
Like, that's wild.
You, dude.
Let's we got some more stuff to talk about. Quick little things, all right? Let's do, for all the Raider fans out there, let's do a little cool segment.
Come on now.
All right,
Come
what would
on.
you do if you were Mark Davis? 3 things, all right? You me go first? Do you guys want to go?
Go for it. Lead us off, bro. Lead us
Okay,
off.
if I am the man, Mark Davis himself, the first thing I'm doing, we're fixing up the offensive line at right tackle. We're going to
Come on.
sign Taron Armstead, all right?
Who's that?
Big man from the Saints, right?
Come on
Big
now.
boy,
Yeah.
right? He's still a 90-something in Madden, right?
92 overall, Madden.
Yep. So I'm saying fix up the right tackle spot because the Raiders online looked amazing going into the season. Then everything started. Remember,
Injuries, right.
Injuries. Everyone getting released, getting cut, getting traded, all that stuff, right? So let's beef up the offensive line. Because like we said on Twitter, follow us on Twitter, TikTok, we're everywhere. We said boost the offensive line. You protect you like boost Derek's ability to play, boost Josh Jacobs' ability to play, boost the offensive line for any team. You're gonna boost. Everyone around is going to benefit, right? The wide receivers, because Derek can throw the ball more.
Right.
Josh Jacobs have better blocking.
Mr. Ground Launder.
Yep, exactly, right? You're not going to just be one and done in one season. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draft D-tackle Jordan Davis from Georgia. The man's 6'6", 350, and can haul, bro.
Man.
He's hauling.
I've seen him.
And our DNs are amazing, right? You probably might want to look in a corner or a wide receiver spot, but I think drafting this D-tackle to solidify the D line would be amazing because we have those amazing DNs, but we need that inner presence. And I think this big man can do it.
Right.
And finally, draft Calvin Austin, the third wide receiver from Memphis. Ran a 4.24, and that I'm guessing that the Raiders are going to lose Jackson. I'm guessing, unless they sign to like a 1 or 2 year. But I'm guessing he's probably going to move on, might retire.
He said he wanted to stay, but.
Okay, yeah, so that'd be good if he could stay, but we still.
Yeah, I think you take. I mean, based on how he played this year.
Yeah, I think he can play again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the Raiders still missing that deep threat presence that Henry Ruggs was not there all those snaps. So I think getting this speedster would really help us out, the wide receiver, and getting a number 1 wide receiver is something that the Raiders really need. I think.
Right. I like that.
Yeah. Next.
That's a great, bro. I'm going to go a little different route.
Okay, I'm ready.
And this is what I call, and you can put a little text on the screen, Noah. Drop the Duffy.
Okay, this is the drop the Duffy technique.
We're getting Devontae Adams. He can ask for $100 million. I do not care. He's getting whatever he wants. The man is always open.
Yeah.
2, we're going to re-sign the number 1 quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Derek Carr.
Attaboy.
And number 3, we're bringing J.C. Jackson at corner. Why? Because I just watched the Pro Bowl, and he had a pick in the end zone in Allegiant Stadium, and it just felt right,
It just felt right. It just made too much sense.
It was like one-handed
you looked
tip
at
the
it, you
ball.
said that's the first of many.
I said, that's my guy.
Imagine what J.C. Jackson would do to the Raiders secondary. It would be amazing.
Exponentially.
We were all praying for Stephon Gilmore, right, last season. And now J.C. Jackson, who's like 25 years old, would be an amazing pickup for the Raiders.
And with that, I think we're going to have to take a tackle in the first round, I think.
I think so, too.
Maybe not. Maybe trade the first round pick, bring in Armstead, drop the baggie.
Yeah.
But I think you got to go with proven veterans, guys who can play, who can play, and then just pay them a lot of money.
I mean, we got the Patriot way now in Vegas, right? We're going to get guys who fit a very specific role and they do it well, and we'll sign the big veterans that do their job even better.
Yeah, no, I get you. That's
which
really
is what we've all been waiting to hear. Sign guys that fit, draft guys that work.
And the Saints are like negative $70 million in cap, so figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
Same way, like just do it.
Yeah, just cut.
And you only fail if what, Noah?
if you don't drop a big
You
enough
don't drop the Duffy, bro.
nobody has
man.
ever dropped
the
the
Duffy
bag
and
and had it
failed.
not work
I mean,
out.
look at us, dude. We're living right now.
Just figuring it out, man.
Just figuring it out, my man. I don't know about you, Noah. You got some things. What would you do if you were Mark
I'm
Davis?
thinking, for one, I like the idea of getting, because you need a tackle. I think you need to add a little bit to that O line. I actually like the idea of getting a veteran guy almost more than. I mean, if the right guy is there,
Yeah.
Right.
But
You're
like
still
the
a little
idea of-
hesitant because of how our boy Leatherwood did this year. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I just think in general. I think O line. I mean,
The veteran presence
I
means
think
a lot,
of
yeah.
just bringing in a guy who we know is a star.
Yeah.
Who is proven to be really good on other teams.
Yeah.
And bring in a veteran to add to that O line, and then I think you use the draft pick on. If you do that draft pick on maybe defensive tackle or a DB, one of the two, and then also maybe sign a little wide receiver. Maybe it's Devontae. Maybe it's Cooks. Maybe it's somebody.
Yeah, he likes the Brandon Cooks signing because he thinks maybe salary wise it might help the Raiders more.
Right.
And
But you can figure it out, bro. Wheel and
nobody's
deal,
ever-
push money back. Like, win now. Bring who you
it
can
will
now.
be sad because we've come to love a lot of these guys in the Raiders roster, and to bring Devontae in, some guys would have to be probably moved around, right? But I mean, for a guy like Devontae, if you made the playoffs last year, you got this. This is probably the best coaching staff and front office the Raiders have seen in a long time.
Bro, it's coming together beautifully.
Like this is probably like legit the best we've seen since maybe the Super Bowl era where we went, right? In the early 2000s. Like this is. That's weird saying, but we had the coach that went to Super Bowl. We don't count him.
No,
But you know what I'm saying? Like this is like the team or like the coaching staff and the front office they're building looks amazing.
Right.
You gotta build upon it. Don't cut it down.
If I'm the Raiders, ideally, I'm bringing in veteran tackle, veteran O lineman, signing some sort of star offensive lineman, and then I'm drafting DT or DB that can develop well and signing a big name receiver.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Sometimes you sign big name receivers. The Raiders do. Antonio Brown doesn't always work out, but
But at
this
least
is
you try,
this is new Raiders, bro. This is we're new here.
And when you look at, I don't know. I'm looking at Devontae Adams. That man is in a different mental state than Antonio Brown was. So I'm not really tripping about that.
100%.
Dude, can you just imagine what that connect was? We saw
if
that.
he came here and then posted something about him going to do the Cairo for you.
Oh yeah, the cryo for you. I'd stop him. We have to go stop him.
No, we'd have to stop him, bro.
Yeah,
Please wear shoes.
And they
Please
complained
wear
about
shoes.
his helmet. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Dude, we watched Derek. Like we all watched Derek in college. Like that connection was just.
It's different,
I'm
bro.
gonna tear up thinking about it, bro.
When I see that,
it was
in the Legion
beautiful,
Stadium,
bro.
Goodness,
that was wild. They beat Boise, and our boy DCA sadly couldn't do that in his time. But hey, Boise still got our numbers sometimes. Now, finally, boys, we got some. I'm gonna shut the computer. But it's about to get serious. All right. We got some beef we need to squash.
Come
boys.
on, man.
Talk about Josh, the dude who has no better plans on Friday night than to tweet at Derek Carr.
Right.
What's the deal, man? Why are you depressed, my boy?
Look, Josh.
Go hang out with some friends. Talk to some chicks if you don't have a wife, my man.
Tell people what you're talking about.
Okay, dude. So Derek, obviously everyone know, or a lot of people know. For those who don't, the Pro Bowl is in Vegas this year, right?
Every Pro Bowl right now.
Yeah.
Some type of events in Vegas.
Yeah, all these events are in Vegas. Now, like more than ever, a lot of events are in Vegas, right? Vegas is becoming one of the sports capitals of the world right now. With hockey, with NFL, probably baseball coming in, if the A's come in, but we'll see what happens. But so Derek and Hunter and a lot of these other guys, like I think like Tyreek Hill and guys were at this game, like at this hockey game. What was
the
that, an All-Star game?
NHL All-Star game was also in Vegas.
Yeah, the NHL All-Star game
is also happening in Vegas.
Yeah, so Derek taking a picture with players and fans, right? Just being a good guy, just loving the Lord, right? Just being a good man, hanging out. Hunter's in the background cheesing. And this dude Josh sees this, and it sparks such a rage in his heart. And he goes, "What does he even say?" It's like
he said, while all the best quarterbacks and athletes in the NFL are
in Vegas for the Pro Bowl.
In Vegas for the Pro Bowl, Derek Carr is at
the NHL
Derek's at the NHL All-Star game.
While Hunter Renfrow standing right next to him.
Standing right behind him.
While
Darren Waller is right there.
Tyreek Hill was there.
Yeah, I'm like,
while Josh is sitting at his computer typing that and then going, got him, and then gets hardcore ratioed by our boy Noah Pitcher.
Come on, Noah.
Just eradicated the man.
How many retweets, Noah? What about 2K, huh?
2K, something
about
like
2K.
Bro, it's deep, bro. I'm telling you.
Slight.
Like, we don't hate people in this podcast, right? We're all for love. But, like, I don't get why he's so angry at Derek.
Well, I think,
like, what's the rage about, dude?
What I don't understand is if you're, like, basically a Raiders beat writer, it's just weird to I'd just be sad if I spent all this time writing about the Raiders and dislike my own
weird, bro.
players.
Yes. Right.
Exactly. Like, how do you write about a team and hate the team the whole time?
Right.
Like, you're not positive once, dude.
Right.
Well, and there's a difference. Because there's a difference between accountability and just like taking every opportunity.
If it was
negativity.
If it was criticism, it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
If he was criticizing, it would make sense. But if he's just like,
if you're a Raiders beat writer and that's your job, you should hold Derek accountable. Like if he has a bad game, say like, okay, here's here's what I took away from this game.
Derek
would better or whatever.
Derek would actually respect you more if you brought up stuff like that, right? And you're like, this is what I saw, right? And you just weren't like, Derek's a douchebag or something, right?
Just something that's totally out of context, just dumb. You have no business saying this. It makes you look dumb.
It does make you look dumb. It makes you like he thought it was the best banger of all time, but really it just made him look like a nerd, dude. Just like sitting in his house tweeting about Derek.
That's a really weird thing to me when there's NFL players. This is Derek during his offseason.
Yeah.
Going to a hockey game and he's getting roasted for like just living life.
Just living life.
Like
right, exactly.
What was he supposed to be doing? And according to him, what was he supposed to be doing in that moment?
Because if he doesn't go, then it's okay. Well, all the NFL's best players are at the NHL All-Star game, and Derek Carr's nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
right?
Derek's nowhere in sight or whatever.
Okay, bro.
Y'all keep talking. I'm looking at something.
All right, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, we just want to squash some beef, right? Josh, here's an open invite. There's an extra seat here. If you want to come, Josh, you're more than welcome to sit here and explain.
Okay, I just look
deep detail your hatred for Derek Carr.
But yeah, Josh, come on and just like if he came on the podcast and gave me reasons why he doesn't like Derek, then maybe I could respect it more.
Well,
right?
it's one thing to hold the position of I don't think Derek is the best quarterback for the Raiders right now. You're wrong, but if you come at that from a football perspective, you could justify why you would hold a position like that.
Exactly.
But when you're just coming for people I don't know. I think there's a line where when you're just attacking people for no reason.
There was no stat in that. There was no anything in that.
It's not
that was just
based. That's not
a picture
analysis.
of Derek, and that was it. And he also hasn't responded to our tweet, and I know he's seen it.
He's responding to everybody else.
Yeah, bro. He's seen it, and then he saw us. He looked
but it's
up at us.
It's all right, Josh.
It's all right, Josh,
man.
My man.
We're good, bro.
We good.
We're good,
just
man.
know we'd be watching, man.
Just know
he's seen some things.
I'd be walking around the Raider Stadium, and I haven't seen you yet,
man.
Okay?
Right? We'd be looking.
Well, we'd be looking. I haven't seen the man yet, but if I see you, I'll come up to you. I'll shake your hand. And I'll have some words
we'll
of
talk,
you.
Yeah.
I'll kiss you in the lips to make things up.
Yep.
He said
probably.
It. He said it.
He will. I won't. I'll give him a firm handshake though.
Did you guys know there's a correct tongue position? Your mouth should your tongue should be in all the time.
Is it touching the roof of your mouth, or is it down?
Touch the back of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Say, I think it's suck. No, it's not suck. It's somewhere with the S after that.
This is where your tongue should be when you're just chewing.